everyone, welcome back to Midnight Talks. I'm Jill,
And I'm Chey.
and tonight's episode is advice. I didn't mean to hit my mic. Sorry.
You need some advice on how to not hit your mic.
I know. Was it bad?
No, you're good. I'm messing with you.
Okay. Y'all, I've been hitting my mic left and right tonight. That's why she's saying that. But
Just smacking it.
I know. It's been rough. Yeah, so Shay spun the wheel on TikTok and we got the advice one.
Yeah, I'm super excited to jump into advice. We love giving advice. If you know us, you know that. So I always love these advice episodes because we do what we do best, give
Yeah.
advice. Is it sound advice? Should you take it? That's up to you. Lawyers,
Opinion on
like
the
for
doctor.
lawyer purpose, don't, take everything with a grain of salt. If
Wait,
we
a
ruin your life,
therapist, doctor, or lawyer?
yeah, if we ruin your life, don't come back and get mad. Okay.
This is all for funsies. It's literally I found a story on Reddit and here's my take.
Yeah. This is our take. Do what you will with it.
Sweet. So who goes first? I think you went first last time, right?
Yeah, it's your time.
Time to shine. If
He
you
said
guys
marriage ruined my life.
is that your husband?
Yeah,
In
he's
bed.
being. You want to get smacked around like Jill's mic. No violence. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke.
If y'all haven't already, go check out our last episode. It was Am I Delusional? We ranked them kind of like the Ick Olympics episode. That episode was really fun. The Ick Olympics one was also super fun. Me and Shay are working towards getting 100 followers on Spotify or YouTube. It's a race. So if you listen on Spotify, please show some love. Get there first, or vice versa for YouTube. If you're listening, show some love, get us to that 100 mark. We are working towards it, so I just wanted to advertise that a little bit and remind you guys to hit that bell, hit that like.
Yep, hit that subscribe button. We see a lot of you watching our videos and listening to our podcast, and we're forever grateful. But we definitely don't have that many followers or subscribers. So if you like it, please subscribe. It would mean a lot to us.
Thank you.
Wow.
What?
No, you said thank you.
Thank you.
I do think that people liked our Ick Olympics and the what was the one we did last time?
Am I delusional?
Oh yeah, Am I Delusional? Because those so far have been our like top watched on YouTube. Like our Am I Delusional? We posted like 2 days ago, and it's already like over 100 views, which is
Holy
great
cow.
for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you guys like that kind of content, let us know in the comments. Let us know wherever, and we can do more of that for sure.
Yeah. For sure. 100%.
100%.
All right. Are you ready to get into this first story?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Coming from advice, all of these are coming from advice, my stories. I was tested by my best friend of 11 years and I hate it. What do I do? I, 23 male, and my best friend Kay, 23 female, and I've known her since I was 12. She's very smart, funny, generally kind, and very beautiful. She's always been a very popular in all the circles we have been in, and it is often asked out by a lot of people everywhere we go. In contrast, I am rather unnoticed and not particularly attractive or appealing. This doesn't bother me because we're two separate people, and I've never felt jealous or insecure because of her situation. This is the context for her boyfriend's actions later in the incident. She has been dating this guy, Jay, 25 male, for about 6 months now, and we've met for dinner a few times and gone out in groups a few times too. I've been very cordial and respectful to their relationship with Jay, or so I thought. A few days ago on a Friday night, me and Kay were watching a new episode of the show we both like at my place. As we were watching, we both decided to have some drinks. After a few drinks, Kay sat closer to me on the couch and leaned over. This was normal, and I didn't think much of it. But after 5 minutes, she suddenly tried to kiss me. I never have been attracted to her in that way, and I don't think I ever will be. I immediately scooched away and asked her what she was doing. She said she's been thinking about me for quite some time and said she's been wanting to for a while. I told her I'm not into her that way, and I reminded her that she had a boyfriend. She then said that she perhaps had too much to drink. I told her she could go to sleep. So I let her have my bed and I went to sleep on the couch. I fully intended to have a conversation the next morning. In the morning, she came up to me and told me that her boyfriend had been feeling insecure about her friendship with me because he assumed I was only friends with her because how attractive she was and asked me to test me and was saying all this with a big smile on her face because I passed the test. This made me livid, which I think is natural. I immediately asked her to leave and I haven't talked to her since. Our friends say I'm being very unreasonable and it's quite normal for women to test their friends. I have been with many women in my life and I have never been tested by them or been tested. It just feels like a manipulative thing to do. I'm not sure about what I'm supposed to do. I miss my friend. She's been there for me in so many difficult parts of my life, but I don't find myself having trust in her anymore. I just don't feel like I see her as someone I can bare my heart to. I feel unsafe in that friendship. I don't know how to go about any of this and I don't know what I'm supposed to do. She has since texted me and apologized, but I don't know if I can trust her. Oh my gosh. But I don't know if I can trust her apologies either. What should I do?
Uh, for one, excuse my voice. Sorry, I have bronchitis. For one, that is the most insane thing. Oh, I try to kiss you to because my boyfriend said you only like me or whatever, only friends with me because I'm attractive. Hi, Kenna. Um, sorry. And he wanted me to test you, so that's why. Excuse you for one. Excuse you for one. Test me for what? That's not a friend. Period. That friend also made you feel very awkward, very weird for trying to do something like that. And I simply would not be friends with that. For one, you're stepping over boundaries by trying to kiss someone. That's stepping a boundary. That's not okay. And then two, saying, "Oh, I only did it because my boyfriend said, you think that I'm pretty and that's why, we're friends." No, you're not going to test me. I'm your friend. That's not what a friend does. Period. I don't think that this person should be friends with this person any longer. As well as I also kind of question, like, did she just say it was a test because she got embarrassed because her friend didn't want to kiss her back? You know what I mean? Like, was that why? Oh, it was a test, tee hee. But then her feelings are actually hurt.
That's not that's not a bad that's a valid take. I could see that. I think if she is telling the truth, I think it's really petty for a 25-year-old man to be like, you should do this because I'm like,
Yeah.
you've been on this earth long enough. Like this is giving high school. Like
Yeah.
100% like I'm making a fake Instagram account and seeing if my best friend's into me. That's what it's
Yeah.
giving. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
And I'm like, that's shit that you do in high school or middle school. You don't do that as a grown adult. We got grown up jobs. We all, like, come on. Come on, guy. So
Yep.
when you've been friends with someone for that long, like, you would have found out by now. Like, probably would have done, like, a friends with benefit. Like, 12 years, long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Long
something would
time.
have already came up by now.
Yeah.
So I honestly, like, I just listening to this, I don't know if I could get past that.
No. I couldn't. Are you kidding me? For one, wanting like it's enough to like try to kiss someone and stepping over that boundary, but then to say, "Oh, I was testing you." No, you're not gonna
Yeah,
do
I
that.
just don't feel like that's a friendship that I feel like I want to keep because, like, maybe comparatively from then, from when they were friends to now, she is so different. And that the fact that she's willing to do that and not like stand up for her friend and say, hey, boyfriend, listen, like, we've been friends for like 11 years. You got nothing to worry about. Instead, she put him in a really crummy situation because what if he did? What if he did have feelings? And then there's a whole
Yeah.
new can of worms. I just feel like it's really unfair to question like test someone like that, and they should have just
Yes.
asked him and been mature about it.
Exactly. And that would have solved that. That's what a friend does. Ask. If you have questions, like whatever. Don't be an asshole. That's what this person does. And no, you shouldn't be friends anymore. I'm sorry. I know it probably sucks, but you don't want someone in your life like that.
The advice here is this is what I would do. I would tell my friend if she wants to stay friends with me, she needs to have a long conversation to her boyfriend, and she can never do that again, and she has to take time to repair that friendship with me. That would be like the only way to like salvage it, but she would have to work from the ground up.
I agree. I 100% agree with you. That's good. Good advice. Yeah. I
I
can't believe
hope,
that. That's crazy.
yeah, and I know it's hard to like lose a friend that long. Also, my dad says hi.
Hi. We're thankful to have you on. Sorry, my voice. Why? Before the podcast, I was totally fine. Now,
Do you feel like your throat gets super dry right but like as we're recording? Yeah,
yes.
same. I'm like, what is it? That's why
Is
you
it
see me
fear?
drinking all
We
this
having
water.
stage
I don't know.
fright?
We've been doing this for over a year.
I know. I don't have any fear. I was just like, is that like our body is like, oh, you're on stage now.
I'm just gonna show really quick.
She gonna show.
My Bratsy.
It's so cute.
I know, I love it.
Kenny sees this now and she's gonna be like wanting one, screaming at me. I want one.
I know, I saw this. I was like, I need this. I had to show the camera.
I love it. Oh, now I gotta show them what I got at Barnes and Noble. It's my Pusheen. It's a squishy.
Aw,
It's still rising and I love it.
I love that. If I can find you a Nito, I'm gonna get you a Nito for your birthday.
Give me Nito. All you people selling out Nitos and being scalpers, stop. Stop.
This is going
I
on
literally
the TikTok.
Wait, I do have a Nito right here. It's the only Nito I have. It's a diamond one.
It's worn
Yeah.
out. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, I've literally had this for like 3 years or something. And I'm
Yeah.
like, why are you people just now finding out about Nitos and going crazy? They've been around for forever. What is going on?
She's an OG Nitoer.
I'm an OG Nitoer. I have to. I got ADHD. I got to fidget with something, y'all. And I've had to go over. I have so many fidgets on my desk. I had to go over to Specs. These are great, by the way. And also have little slime. It's glowworm party.
You've loved like squishies like as long as I've known you.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
this
a
is
huge.
not like a brand new thing. This was not like because the fidget spinner made it popular. It was like literally like I need something squishy, like whether it was like on the keychain. Like I remember the
Yep.
peas. I miss the peas that you had. I was so jealous of those.
Oh my gosh.
I want the
I
peas.
thought, yeah, me and Kenna, we were at Barnes and Noble yesterday. We thought we found like a gigantic one, but it had baby dolls in it and it wasn't actually one. But I was like, oh my gosh, peas.
Oh,
Oh, she said that's so cute to your brats.
yay. Well, hopefully you can find one like on Amazon or something. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be nice. We'll see. Now that everyone's sold them out, the brats craze again. It's like the little boo boo.
I know.
All right, I better stop yapping and get into my story, or we never gonna get this advice out. Okay. My dad's side chick just messaged me yesterday, and I don't know what to do. I'm 16 female, and yesterday I opened up a message on Instagram from this woman who I'm gonna call Dorothy. It read, Ella, can I please get in contact with your mom? Very urgent. I replied to the message asking who she was, and she went on to tell me that she'd been my dad's side chick for the past 4 years. Now, here's the thing, I already knew my dad had another girlfriend. I just didn't know who she was exactly. The reason I knew is because about 2 to 3 years ago, my mom told me my dad was cheating and that he was seeing other women because he's polygamous. I think it's called polyamorous. I think they
Yeah, it's polyamorous.
Okay. If I'm using the right term. My mom didn't want to get a divorce because she didn't want to break up the family, and I have had really bad mental health. Also, my dad is a good father to me and my brother. At the time, my mom and I were upset because my dad had lied a lot to her, and I couldn't wrap my head around it at all. I just didn't want my mom to be sad because she was really sad during that time. Today, she deals with it much better than back then because he's more honest with her. So when Dorothy messaged me, I wasn't surprised that he had a side chick. I was more surprised by how much she knew about me and how she found me on Insta. This is a grown woman, probably in her 60s. She messaged me saying that my dad was a psychopath and a habitual liar and how she wants her phone and her gold bracelet back that she gave him. I kept asking her what her goal was because my mom had already known about it. She went on to tell me that her and my dad had broken up late September and that my mom and I should know how bad he is. I told her that messaging me isn't going to help the situation, and that's when she started getting mad. She went on about how it was a huge mistake to trust him and that she didn't know how he was lying to her for the past 4 years. Whenever I would ask how my dad is a psychopath, she wouldn't answer. Whenever I asked, sorry, my voice, this bronchitis is taking me out. I need to take a sip of water. Bronchitis ain't a joke. But whenever I asked what he had lied about, she wouldn't answer, so I didn't know how I could help this lady. All I could say was that my mom and I already knew what he was doing and that she probably wouldn't get her belongings back. Then she said, "It's okay, I'll take another route." I didn't know what she meant by that, but she knows where we live because she apparently sent a package to my house with all my dad's stuff in it. I remember telling her that I know she's hurting and that she should talk to somebody, and that's when she started getting a little more snappy. She said, "Seems like your dad can't handle your suicidal ideation." I replied, "Wow, he told you about that? You don't seem right yourself." Dorothy responded, "I'm quite all right, young lady. You should be taking your meds since your dad told me that it's like dealing with a 12-year-old and he's afraid you'll never leave the house." When Dorothy said that, I felt a pain in my chest. I do have really bad mental health that I've been told to take medication for. The reason why it hurt so much was because I've always felt like a burden on my family, and to have Dorothy tell me what I suspected my dad had already been thinking about was hard. I tried it in my life when I was 14. I don't know if Dorothy knows that, but at this point she probably does. Then she said, "You're just a spoiled brat for who feels entitled. Well, guess what? Welcome to the real world, Ella." All I could reply was, "Why would you say that? I might be spoiled, but I've always tried to be a good person. I may be mentally ill, but I still try to keep going on for the people who care about me." Dorothy then responded with, "Good, just don't follow in Daddy's footsteps." I didn't even know what to say anymore. I just remember I started crying when looking at my phone. I said, "Well, I hope you feel better because you made my suicidal ideation worse. I hope you accomplished what you wanted. I don't know why you and my dad were talking crap about me behind my back." And for some reason, she sort of switched up. She went on to say, "Your dad just wanted advice because I used to be a nurse of 40 years and I dealt with mentally ill people. It's a disease just like diabetes and cancer. It's nothing to be ashamed of." When she said that, I was confused but still upset, so I just said, "I've had enough of this today. This just made me feel worse. I hope you feel better about yourself." Then told me to get some rest and to remember I have a bright future ahead of me. Now it's the next day and I haven't told my dad or my mom. I haven't even told my brother. I don't know what to think or do, and I've been crying since yesterday and haven't messaged Dorothy at all. That's a crazy one.
Okay. Dorothy, psycho ass bitch. I really
Mm-hmm.
like I don't think this dad is like psycho. I think she is psycho. I think she's pissed because maybe he did lie to her and she didn't get the full truth on some things. And now she's like out for revenge and she's messaging a 16-year-old daughter knowing she's suicidal. And I think it's really toxic. And I would almost like I would immediately go to your parents. I'd be like, "Hey, like this like cupcake is messaging me."
I'm so sorry.
If you know, you know.
If you
Um
know, you know. That's all we can say.
I'd be like, "Yeah, she's messaging me like this is insane. Like this is like made things worse for me. Like, Dad, I need the truth from you because like this is this is awful." This is not us laughing. We're laughing at the fact that I used the terminology cupcake. Cuz it's really funny. Anyway,
Yeah, if you know, you
so
know. That's all.
I would literally go to your parents, get the truth from your dad, tell them what happened, report it to the police. Like, this is psychotic. Like, she's
Yeah.
messaging a 16-year-old person, she's manipulating a 16-year-old child about her mental health. I think it's really messed up. And I would put a restraining order, like, on the family, like, stay away. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
know that's a little bit of a big leap, but you know that she's not okay, and you're willing to try to disturb that. Like, I think that's really toxic. Like, really, really toxic, especially as a grown ass adult.
Yeah, I agree. Completely awful. For a adult for one to come on like trying to start beef with a child because of what her dad did. Like that's between y'all. That relationship, everything else, that's between y'all. You don't drag a 16-year-old child into it. You also do not talk about that 16-year-old child's like mental health. If the dad came to you and was trying to seek advice from you, why would you blow that back up into her face? Like, especially about something so serious as suicide. You are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
This lady is insane. Definitely, since she knows your address and everything else, immediately tell your parents, immediate restraining order, like immediately tell the police. That is not safe. This lady is nuts
Yeah.
so in the brain.
Yeah.
Um,
It's Uno
and
reverse
know that,
psychotic.
yeah, like all because like yeah, she didn't like find out something about your dad. Oh well, your mama knows. You know they have this relationship thing, and that's what it is. What it is, but that is not okay for a grown woman in her 60s or whatever to talk to you like that. And it's actually terrifying. So you please go to your parents. Please go to your parents.
Yeah. This is
I
not something to
guarantee
hold
you.
on to and not tell them about in like 3 years because
No.
it can escalate.
Yeah. Even though like at the end she switched up, no, she's scary. No, she's scary.
Yeah.
Who knows what she would do?
I
She
don't
doesn't
like
seem
it.
like a good person at all.
Yeah. Immediately when she started saying that, I'm like, I'm remembering myself like this is not like someone else in high school. This is a grown adult that is
Grown woman.
manipulating. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Seek your parents' advice, seek their help, and get this woman away from you. Block her, everything, restraining order. No one should ever talk to you like that, and no one should ever use your mental health against you, no matter what circumstance it is.
100%. Crazy story. Holy cow.
Whew.
All right, this next one. How to cope with my grandparent being put in a nursing home against her will. My grandmother has been effectively homeless for the last year. She was moved out of her home, which was owned by my grandpa after he passed. It was in his will that all the houses he owned would be sold, so she had to move. She moved in with my aunt, but that didn't last long because my grandma was very early stage dementia that makes her distrustful, moody, and gives her hallucinations. So she said she can only live with people so long before she starts believing in stealing from her, etc. She stopped living with my aunt and has since bounced from other family homes and various hospitals due to her dementia. She just moved in with my mom so she could help her find a permanent home, but that is going to hit horrendously as all they do is argue. My mom just found a nursing home for her and she is irate. She has always said she doesn't want to go to one. Unfortunately, it seems like she needs to because of her earlier dementia. She forgets to take her medicine or overtakes it, for example. My grandma has been calling me nonstop for over the last half year, many times crying. Now she has been saying how evil my mom is to do this to her and how I have to help her. It is breaking my heart. If I tell her it will be okay, she gets angry, sad, and hangs up. If I try to console her, she asks me to help, but I feel like there's nothing I can do because she does need the extra assistance. I'm the only person my grandma can vent to because all of her friends are passed and her other children don't talk to her. I try to talk with her as much as I can, but I'm a full time student, so I need to retain my energy. This has been taking a serious toll on my mental health. My grades are dropping. I wake up in the middle of the night from nightmares of her being mistreated in a nursing home, and during the day, I'm super tired. I don't know how to help her, and I don't know how to manage my mental health regarding this. I'm in between therapists and hoping I will find one. Any advice would be appreciated.
Wow. That's a lot for someone to have to take on their shoulders. Um so like I don't take that all on your shoulders for one because that's a lot. Like having a grandparent like have to go into a nursing home against, because sometimes grandparents have to go into nursing homes and of course they don't want to, but sometimes like it's what's best for them and so situations that are going on that we may not know about. Not saying that's always the case, but sometimes it is the case, and you shouldn't have that weight on your shoulders. But also, like your grandma may not may not understand why this is happening. I don't know her what's going on, her state of mind, or anything that she has. If she has like something like dementia and stuff, did it say she had anything like that? Or
It says she had dementia.
Yeah. So yeah, my great grandma had to be put in a care home because of dementia, and like it's a really hard thing to watch, but they need that care because you know they have to have it. They have to have the memory care. They have to have someone with them at all times, and it can be hard for them to understand, but don't put all that weight on your shoulders. It's not yours to bear. And I understand like your grandma coming to you and stuff, but like she doesn't know, you know, doesn't I won't say that she doesn't know better, but sometimes they don't.
I would say like those phone calls that she calls, like all you can do is just try to calm her down and remind her why she's there. And it's almost like you can kind of, I hate to say this, but you can
Oh,
almost, hello?
you're cutting out like a robot.
Is it better? Hold on.
Okay. Hmm. Like now you can see my whole like messy office. The whole like thing panned out. Got a mess. The Eddie, the Funkos. Well, since y'all here, I'll show you. My husband got me this for an early birthday present. It's Brock and Sindri from God of War. I'm showing them stuff because you left.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, am I good?
You're good now.
I feel kind of bad saying this, but you can almost like fib a little, you know? Like, because
Yeah.
she has dementia. I don't want you to like bear that, like Shay said, don't bear that on your own. I'd almost call like your mom and just like talk to her. I don't know how old OP is. I'm assuming young. I don't remember if she said her age or not. Yeah, she doesn't say. But I would just say like it's obviously young. Um, that's hard because like maybe you're kind of having a hard time with accepting it yourself, and that's why it's taking so much of a toll on you. And then hearing her talk about it is also hard because you can like you're having to accept it and like recognize like that is true. So I feel like talking to your mom about it is best because she'll be able to kind of comfort you and share memories with you in a positive light about your grandma and be able to recover new memories, like things that you can like picture and think of and not associate the things that are happening now with her. Does that make sense?
Yes, I agree with you 1,000%. Some talk to your mom. It's very hard for someone to hold that weight as well as to not fully understand because even, sometimes they don't fully understand, sometimes we don't fully understand. It's just the care that they have to have. So talk to her, don't bear that weight on your own. Let your mom know what you're feeling. And, if you have to fib a little bit because sometimes people with dementia, like it hurts to lie to them, but sometimes they
They
don't
flip
understand what's
out.
going on.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like my mom, like my great grandfather, he had dementia and like he called my mom like by my nana's name and like my mom just had to like pretend, because like if you correct them they
Yeah.
get angry and they're like, no, like I know who you are, and you just have to go along with it, and it's difficult, and I don't want to imagine
Yes.
what those shoes are like, but not bearing it by yourself, like what Shay said, I think is something that you should try to talk to your mom about for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And it's not your grandma's fault. Like these things can take over a person's mind and they cannot understand. And, it's a unfortunate part that happens to a lot of older people, and don't please don't bear that weight on your own. Please don't. It will never be good if you bear that weight on your own.
Definitely.
All right. Let's go ahead and get to the next one. Okay. My boyfriend is way too close to his best friend's fiance, and I think she's crossing major lines. He says I'm overreacting. Hi Reddit, first time posting here and I really needed an outside perspective. Sorry if this is long, but there's a lot to unpack. I, 18 female, have been with my boyfriend, 19 male, for a little over 2 years. About a year into our relationship, he became best friends with a guy named Craig, 22, who works for his dad. Craig is engaged to a woman named Carrie, 21. They also have a 6-month-old baby, and my boyfriend adores their son. It's honestly really sweet, or it was. From the start, my boyfriend wanted Carrie and me to be friends. He even had me take her to get her nails done before Craig proposed. But not long after, things got weird. Craig and Carrie called my boyfriend and told him I didn't like him, didn't want to marry him, and thought he was dirty. He's a farmer, so he is literally dirty sometimes, but I've never said it cruelly. I simply told Carrie that I loved my boyfriend and hoped to marry him one day, but that I was nervous because we were still early in our relationship. That somehow turned into drama. After that, Carrie completely stopped speaking to me. My boyfriend brushed it off, saying, she just doesn't get along with other girls. Fine. But every time I've gone over to their place since, it's been uncomfortable. They've made comments about my boyfriend's ex, who's Craig's cousin, going on about how hot she was, how she dressed as a Victoria's Secret angel, how my boyfriend blushed when she talked to him, all in front of me. Carrie even asked if I'd still come to their wedding if the ex was invited. I felt totally disrespected but didn't want to start anything. After their baby was born, I tried really hard to be kind, bringing food, helping with dinner, holding the baby. Still, Carrie never warmed up to me, but she did get closer to my boyfriend. Like, too close. She's his second best friend on Snapchat. They talk multiple times a week. She sent him baby photos and updates, which to me should be coming from Craig. When I told him it made me uncomfortable, he brushed it off and said I was overthinking. She's even referred to the baby as her and my boyfriend's, and when I told him that creeped me out, he agreed, but nothing changed. What do you mean? I'm sorry. You referred to the baby as hers and your
I
boyfriend's?
said, no way. Like, come on.
That's gone. Yeah, we've already crossed many boundaries here, girl. Then a few months ago, Carrie texted him saying she needed to get some things off her chest. She told him Craig mistreats her and is aggressive. She didn't want to leave Craig, but she needed someone to talk to. My boyfriend shared it with me, and while I understood it was sensitive, I found it strange she chose him to confide in over literally anyone else, a friend, a sibling, a therapist, me even, though I get we're not close. Again, I let it go. Now here's where it really crossed the line. We needed to borrow Craig's truck and also wanted to drop off some baby Crocs we bought. Craig didn't answer, so my boyfriend called Carrie and she said we could stop by. When we got there, Craig was at work. Carrie was on the couch with a baby. A few minutes in, she moved the baby to the floor, and that's when I realized she wasn't wearing pants. Just red underwear and a blanket over her lap. She quickly covered back up, but what? On the way to pick up the tent, I asked my boyfriend if Carrie knew I was coming. He got defensive and annoyed, asking why I always bring stuff like that up. I said it was weird she wasn't wearing pants. He acted like it was no big deal and said he didn't notice. Wait, you didn't notice?
Yeah,
But
okay,
here's what I
girl.
can't stop thinking about. Right? Like, buddy, you're a liar. You're a liar. Here's what I can't stop thinking about. She's never liked me. She twisted my words to make me look bad early on. She refers to the baby as hers and my boyfriend's. She shares intimate details about her relationship with him. She talks to him constantly and ranks high on his social media. And now she's lounging around half naked when she knows he's coming over. I told my sister about it and she said it was absolutely inappropriate. But when I brought it up to my boyfriend, he flipped it on me. He said I was making something out of nothing, called me crazy, and blamed the whole thing on the fact that we needed to borrow the truck. I felt gaslit. I feel disrespected. I feel exhausted. I love my boyfriend, but I don't feel like he's protecting our relationship at all. He defends her at every turn and acts like I'm the problem. So, Reddit, is this inappropriate as it feels, or am I just really jealous and reading too much into it?
This reminds me of last week's story that you kind of read about the coworkers. My advice is dump his ass because the fact that they are so
Yeah.
close, like I would be creeped out. Like if I was him, like don't refer that to as our child. Like you're married with another man. Like that's
Oh,
y'all's kid. If I was him, if I walked in, I'd be like, whoa, like cover the fuck up.
girl, get some. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
inappropriate.
yeah,
Me and my girlfriend are here.
yeah, exactly. Like I don't even know what I would do in that situation. Like I don't know if I would just freeze and leave. Like I'd be baffled. Like I don't even know what I would do. I think I just like if my friend did that, like I don't even know. I literally just don't know. like don't put me in that situation. I just feel like that's so weird. Like if I know my friend is coming over, I'm going to be fully clothed.
Yeah, common sense. I mean, if you plan to be under the blanket the whole time, like maybe she was like, yeah, but you got up. Like, you know, you're not dumb. You're not dumb, girl. You know exactly what you're
She
doing.
knew exactly what she was doing. Oopsie, I just like accidentally had to get up for a second. I totally forgot that
Oops.
I wasn't wearing pants.
No, and you didn't expect the girlfriend to come over. You thought he was coming over to get the truck by himself. Don't even lie.
I bet you're 100% right. It would have been way worse if she was like completely like ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would have like
Oh
sealed the
my
deal. That
gosh.
would have sealed it in her brain. I honestly think like you need to grill him, and if he doesn't cough up anything and just stays defending her, out. Sorry, but like I would tell him straight up like you've let all of these things pass by. My family agrees that this is bogus, and I feel like you're gaslighting me, and if you don't fix this right now, I'm out.
Yeah. 1,000% get out of there. For one, top on the social media, always defending her. You know, she has issues with her boyfriend, so it's not like they're even really close. She's has no clothes on, or like no pants on when he comes over. There's so many red flags, and if you ignore every single one of them like you've been doing, you're gonna get really, really hurt really, really fast. Because they can only keep up the charade for so long until eventually like he's just gonna leave you for her, and then it's gonna really suck.
Yeah.
And I really don't think it's anything innocent. I truly do not. If your boyfriend is that naive, she definitely likes him. um, but if your boyfriend is that naive, you probably shouldn't be with him anyway. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, and her like making her out to be the bad guy, like, oh, she doesn't want to get married to you, and oh, you're dirty. Like, that's just so messed up.
Yeah, it's like, oh, she's trying to find a way to get her out of his
Um,
life. Like, bro, he's a
when
farmer.
he said, "Oh, she just doesn't like being friends with girls," I was like, "Okay, that's giving such pick me." Like, it's literally
Yeah,
screaming pick me. Like when he said that, and I'm like, "Okay, if you knew that, then why did you have them hang out?"
exactly. She got jealous. She's jealous because she wants your man.
Yep.
Period. And she's fighting you tooth and nail for it behind your back.
Get out of there,
That's what's
girl.
happening.
Get out.
Yeah. Get out
Gets
right now.
Be safe getting out there, cause people be crazy.
Yeah. Honestly, believe this man because I'm sorry. If he, well, give him an ultimatum actually. If he's actually innocent and not doing anything, say you can no longer ever speak to this woman. I know that's your best friend's fiance, but even then, you're going behind your, if something's happened with y'all are going behind your best friend's back at that point with his girl. Something going, no. No. I'm sorry.
Also, if you're having
It's too
problems in
weird.
your marriage, talk to him or go to couples counseling or get a divorce.
Thank you.
Why are you
Yep.
going to
Simple.
another man? Like, I know y'all are like really good friends, but like, this is not, I'm not your therapist. And like, you're in a relationship, I'm in a relationship. Like, it's just, no.
Yeah. And how does she feel comfortable talking to her fiance's best friend about her fiance, like
How does
talking
Craig
shit?
not
That's
be
so
like,
weird.
what the heck?
Right? Is he oblivious? Like I guess he
I wonder if
is.
he feels the same way.
She should talk to Craig.
Yeah, she should. You know
See
what?
see
I
what
bet
he
that's where a lot
thinks.
of this he will come out. Because he'll, you know what? I bet you the reason why they have marriage problems is because she talks to her boyfriend so much.
You're probably right. You know, they could add a lot of they could connect the dots together. If
Hmm.
they got together, solve the Scooby Doo
Do you
clues, the
still
blues
have the
clues.
link? Do you still have the link?
Let me yeah, I have it saved on Reddit.
Okay. Drop
I've gotten better.
drop the link
Got
in
better.
my thing, and I'm gonna like comment. You can just drop it at the
Okay.
top. I'll make a spot for it. Just drop the link in the top, and then I'll like comment and say like, hey, like talk to Craig and like see if the dots connect. Because what if they're having marriage problems because of her boyfriend?
Yeah, I just dropped it in the chat.
Oh, which chat?
Is that what you meant?
No, no,
Drop it at
like
the
on
top of what?
the
Oh, girl,
Google
I'm
Doc.
stupid. See, you want on yours or mine?
You can drop it on mine. I have it open.
Okay. There you go.
Cool. All right. Anyway,
I don't know if she has anything.
1 year ago. Oh my God. What if
You
we have an
scared
update?
me. You scared me so
Fine.
bad. No, she's commenting a lot on the thing, but that's as much as she's done. I definitely would say I know that my boyfriend won't cheat on this girl. I know my worth and I'm not insecure of her and his relationship. I think what gets me is the way she thinks she's getting him and the purposeful disrespect to the relationship that Carrie has. My boyfriend thinks that since he'll never cheat on me, that her actions are not a big deal, so there's no need to set that boundary. But to me, I just hate that he's so close to someone that doesn't have the best intent of the interest of the relationship. Also, like I can imagine Carrie and Craig sitting at home and telling each other the things they did to cause problems in their relationship, and that just drives me crazy. Girl, you're that naive that your boyfriend, oh, I would never cheat on you, so that's why I don't set boundaries with her. Go somewhere else.
Yeah, like, girl,
That bullshit.
yeah, no, sorry, but I was trying to look and see if there's any other, like, complaints she's done.
I'm glad you know your worth, girl, but just because you know your worth doesn't mean your man knows your worth.
Period.
Okay?
You're right.
That does not mean that.
100%. Sorry, I'm just being nosy. Okay. Wow. All right. This next one, you ready for this next one?
I'm ready.
This one's kind of relatable. This one's a little close to home for me. Um, Advice needed for online relationship. My first time dating. Okay, so first off, I'm going to talk like I normally do. I'm not a rater. I, 20 female, have been in a relationship online with my boyfriend, 20 male, and we've been together for about 3 months. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. We're about 3 months apart in age. I'm crazy. We met on VR chat, which I know sounds crazy, but just hear me out. Back in June of 2021, I went to the store to buy an Xbox because of COVID. Everything was sold out. I ended up impulsively buying a Meta Quest 2 instead. I was like 15 or 16 with my birthday money. What do you expect? I tried it, thought it was super cool, and told my best friend. She literally went and bought one the same day. We were and still are super close, so we started playing together all the time. We got into VR chat and started making friends. There was this one guy around our age. My friend started talking to him first and became friends with him. About about a month later, I flew out to California to visit her and brought my headset. While we were playing together, I got his number. That was July 3rd of 2021. We made a group chat and from that point we talked every single day, like every day. We went and played VR on weekends, streams, watched movies together, just constant communication. Eventually, my best friend and I had a falling out. We're good now, so it ended up being mostly me and him talking for about a year. Fast forward to July 3rd, 2024. We're talking one night and both confess that we like each other, which honestly shocked me because I didn't even know he liked women like that. He never talked about finding anyone attractive, rejected girls all the time, never dated. Turns out he liked me for 3 years. Meanwhile, I was literally screen sharing Tinder with him as a joke. I feel so bad about that now. Since then, we've been together, and honestly, he's my first real boyfriend. I've never had an in person relationship, barely even talked to guys seriously before, and I usually reject people. But with him, it feels completely different. We're both religious, both virgins, both want to wait until marriage, and we've never even kissed anybody. He's genuinely my best friend. We FaceTime, talk every day still, send each other packages, but we've never met in person. We're, oh my gosh, July 2024? It's almost been 2 years to think about it.
Oh my.
We're planning to meet this July, and I'm honestly terrified. Holy year, holy cow, 2 years.
Holy year.
Holy year, 2 years, sorry.
Holy year.
Holy 2 years. Not because of him, but because of everything else. Like, what if I smell weird? What if I have food in my teeth? What if he thinks I'm an
Girl.
attractive person? I'm 5'2" and around 200 pounds, and while he says he likes chubby girls and doesn't like skinny ones, I can't help but worry. On top of that, I haven't told most people the truth about how we met. My family knows me as a super reserved, non affectionate, never dating, etc. Some friends and cousins know about him, but I've told them we met on the beach a long time ago because how do you even explain we met on VR chat without being judged? The craziest part is looking back in 2022, I wrote in my diary that we would be the perfect husband platonically and that I'd want my future husband to be just like him. And now here we are. We even have weird coincidences. Our favorite superhero is the same, Spider Man. And July 3rd keeps being important to us. First text, first confession, anniversary. I don't know. I feel like God literally made him for me. He's kind, gentle, has amazing style and music taste. Everything just feels right. But I'm still so nervous about finally meeting him in real life. Has anyone else been in the situation? Any advice for meeting an online partner for the first time?
You know what? You take that away because you have the actual advice of the online partner.
Um, so me and my husband saw each other for the first time, knowing each other for a year, dating for 6 months, I think. I think that I'm doing the math in my head. So wait. Yeah, 6 months. Sorry, I had to think about it. Um, so I don't have like this 2 year like gap, like they started dating when she was 18. They're 20 now. Like that to me that's like a big chunk of time. Um, I would say honestly, don't worry about it. The moment you see him, all of that is just gonna fly out the window. Like he's gonna pick you up from the airport, or you're gonna pick him up from the airport, and you're just gonna be so overjoyed of like this person that I've looked at the screen for over 2 years is finally in front of me, and I wouldn't trade anything for it, and I want to say it's like really hard to go back to that, but we'll get on that another time. Um, I would say just don't worry about it. Like don't think about like my food, my breath. Like I mean, obviously make sure your like hygiene is, good.
Get some gum, girl. Get some perfume.
Yeah, wear your
Put the
perfume,
deodorant on.
wear your deodorant, make sure you're hygienic up. But like I said, all that's gonna literally go out the window. Also, he's probably gonna smell because he's been on a plane. No offense, I'm just like reality check. After a plane and I don't know how far y'all live, but if y'all live like 5 hours away from each other, like 5 hour flight, it could be a little stinky. Just letting you know.
I never taken a 5 hour flight.
You haven't?
No, I've only ever flown like the longest is an hour because we go to Florida.
Oh, right, right. Yeah. I usually like I always bring like I make sure like extra perfume and extra deodorant because it's just so hot on the plane sometimes, and I wear like sweatshirts. So that's why I'm just personal experience. Um,
She said, "I know,
yeah,
I know."
yeah. Plane hygiene, be prepared. Anyway,
Yeah.
so like I said, all that's gonna really go out the window. Also, like if you think about it, like you guys have FaceTimed for how long? You've talked on the phone for how long? Like you're kind of normal. Like the normalcy is there. There's nothing to really like overthink or think about because you've already shared so much with each other in these past 5 years. Since you guys have been friends. So, um, I'm so thankful, and it's such an amazing blessing that God has blessed my life with my husband. Like, never thought I'd meet him on a video game, very far away from me. It has been absolutely a blessing. And it's something that, like, when she said, like, they're religious and that she felt like God put him, like, literally made him for her. Like, I'm like, I 100% relate to that 100%. So, yeah.
I love your take. Again, I've never like met a significant other online. The only online person I've ever met was my best friend Jenna. Um, so like I get the jitters of that, but like obviously I don't know like a relationship thing. But my boyfriend or my husband now, but he was my boyfriend then. We
So
were
my
long
boyfriend.
distance. My boyfriend. We were long distance for like 3 months, but it's because he had originally lived here when we first met, and then he moved away for like 2 years. So that's all I know. But like I get the jitters and stuff, but don't feel scared. Like Jill said, once you guys see each other, if you guys are meant for each other, all that's gonna go out the window. It's gonna go away. You're just gonna be excited to see them, and they're gonna be excited to see you.
Yeah.
And like all of that waiting and stuff will have been worth it. So
Yes.
literally, don't be scared. Hopefully, she's already met him by now. If that
She
was
said I think they're meeting
however long.
July of this year.
Oh, this year?
Yeah. I even commented on the
Oh,
post. I said, hold on. Where did I put it?
cute. Oh my gosh, we need an update after they meet.
I know, right?
We need the wedding invite.
Oh, she responded. I said met my husband back on CS:GO, and we had to meet at some point to become husband and wife. LOL. If you feel like God put him in your life and he was made for you, trust his judgment. Being nervous is normal, but don't let it cloud your time with him. I hope you guys have a great time on your first meeting with a heart. And she said, "Thank you so much, Ugh. This has definitely inspired me."
That's so cute. Tell them it's on the podcast, and we need an invite to the wedding. Now we're going too far. Invite us to that wedding, girl, when you get married. Come.
I said, "For sure, we read your story on our podcast night. Let us know how the meet goes." Smiley face.
That's so cute. I hope it goes well. I really do. And yeah, it's normal to be nervous.
If it don't, I'm
But
that guy.
yeah, let us know if that man does you dirty or stands you up or something, and he like, no, just let us know. We got you, girl. We got you.
Yeah, literally. Like she's actually posted this story like on different like threads, like my first time, long distance, advice. Like I think she's really
Really
anxious
nervous.
about it. Like it's a lot of different threads that she's posted this on. So I hope that my advice, is sounding advice, that it's comforting to her. And also, like, I understand, like, meeting someone that you've never met before online, it is scary. So just do your research, obviously. Like, this might sound weird, but I looked at my husband's mom's Facebook before we met because I was like, I want to make sure, like, this is legit. It's valid. I feel like it's a valid thing that, just make sure you do your due
Yeah,
diligence.
safety.
Mhm.
Don't ever, obviously, you've been talking for so long, but don't ever meet someone that you're not, because I mean, catfish has taught us all.
Yes.
Don't meet someone that you've never like FaceTime or don't actually, you've never talked just on VR chat. If you've only done that, just take the precautions before you meet them because you never know.
Yeah.
I was even scared meeting my best friend back when I had my aunt come with me and meet at a restaurant because I was like, I don't know if this is gonna be a kidnapper or what.
I just need you to vet this, make sure that I'm okay.
Yeah, I was a teenager though, so it was a smart. I mean, she's older. How old is she?
My dad actually came with me when I met one of my online friends because like he wasn't gonna let me go by myself. Like I've known her since I was 8.
Smart.
We're no longer friends, but I known her for like 9 years at this point. 8 or 9 years at this point. Like I've talked to her mom, I've talked to her, like FaceTime, everything. But my dad was still like, I'm not gonna let like you meet up with a stranger. Like I know that you've talked to her for 11 years, but no.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to meet up with those. I mean, because yeah, we were talking, but we met on MySpace. Yeah, that's how
I
old I
was
am.
literally gonna say I feel like you met her on MySpace, so I'm so glad that I was right. I met
Yeah,
my ex friend. It sounds so weird saying that. No longer friend.
I know.
Back on Xbox 360.
That's actually
I
cool.
think you know
Not
who
gonna
I'm
lie.
talking about.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. The crazy cray. Hmm. Yeah.
Looney
We
bin
won't say
behavior.
more. Moody bin behavior. That's how you probably got that from. Okay.
Cupcake.
Cupcake.
That shit is so funny to me. Okay.
I hope we're invited to the wedding.
That'd be cute. But weird.
It would be really
No,
weird.
you can invite
I'm
us to
just.
your VR chat wedding.
That would actually be cute if they had a VR chat wedding,
Yeah,
like
like
to have all
everyone
their
has like
friends that couldn't be
Oculuses.
there.
Oh my gosh, stop. That's actually so ugh.
I have an Oculus, so you can invite you, and Jill probably can get one.
Yeah, Sawyer has one.
We'll see. We can go. We can go to your VR one. You don't know us, but we'll be in the crowd.
That'd
Yay!
be so cute.
We're so silly. Oh my gosh.
I should have totally commented
Okay.
invite us to your VR wedding. Oh, what a missed out opportunity.
What a missed opportunity, Jill.
I know. I wonder if I can edit the
I don't know if they
comment.
would think that was funny though.
Okay, continue. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you from your story.
No, you're good. Kenna with the cupcake in the
Yeah.
chat. He knows. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's go. I've got this really good story and I thought it was okay. I before we get into this, let's just know Jill and I we don't judge. That's it. We judge. Like, but you'll see why I'm saying. Okay. But I'm just gonna get it. Shut up. I dig my foot in the own freaking dirt and I'm just gonna shut up. I'm just gonna tell the story. Okay. You ready?
I guess I am.
Okay. My girlfriend smells and I don't know what to do. Okay. We've been together for 5 years, and not once has she really had a hygiene related problem that was significant enough for me to comment on until just last week. Out of nowhere, I got smacked in the face by a horrible, rotten smell when she hugged me. I didn't even think it was her at first. I honestly thought I might have forgotten to wash my hands after using the bathroom or something. You made me. Don't forget to wash your hands. Stop. I already can't get through this story. I'm so sorry. Okay. So I went and tidied up. Then we went out to get some groceries and I got a waft of the same smell while shopping. I finally realized that it was coming from her and I could smell it from about 3 feet away. Could not believe it. Absolutely rank. I had to tell her. Some of you might say I'm a dick for that or how dare you, etc. I don't really care. I'd want someone to tell me if I smelled like something died. I did it in the nicest way that I possibly could and she actually took it well. She showered when we got home, brushed her teeth, etc. Yeah, that did not help. The thing is, this isn't really even hygiene per se. She showers every day, has a hygiene routine and everything. It's not external dirtiness, it's literally coming from inside her. When she even sweats just a little bit when we're in bed, or when she gets home from work, where she's been up all day, I'm hit with these offensive wafts that smell like literal diarrhea. I'm not even trying to be mean. The smell is so putrid and repulsive, it literally makes me wince and want to puke. The worst part is, her breath has the same smell, even after brushing your teeth. This makes me think it's health related somehow. I don't think I've heard of this being a symptom of anything before, but honestly, what else would it be? Totally random, has never happened even once. I just don't understand. She had smelled like this for almost 2 weeks straight, and honestly, the part that worries me most, aside from it being health related, is that she doesn't even seem to notice it. I can guarantee with certainty that her coworkers and friends certainly do. Just sucks. I'm finding myself avoiding being in close proximity to her and don't want to make her feel bad. Sorry, I have the hiccups. What the fuck do I do? Anyone know why she smells? Does she need to see a doctor? There's also 4 updates. Should I get into those and just
Yeah, I need to
see
hear
what
these
happens?
updates. I'm holding on to
Okay.
my seat right now.
First update, a minor one, but since so many people are interested, I'll gladly honor that in light of all your help. I broke it to her and put the pressure on. She took it pretty well. She has an appointment with a PCP this coming Monday, and we're getting her scheduled with a dentist the same week. Wish us luck. Second update, she had her appointment with the PCP this morning, and unfortunately, no big revelation so far. We're still in the dark about what's going on. Some labs are conducted, including a blood panel and a pap, so there's a chance that the results may be enlightening. Until then, next up is a dentist, and I have a feeling this is where we may finally get some answers. We will update again post appointment. Third update, I do have a few revelations to share, and one of them actually pertains to me, just not in the way people in this thread suggested. First thing, it turns out that one of the antibiotics I'm taking amplifies my sense of smell to bloodhound levels. I'm smelling all things times 100 from distance, including my girlfriend. Keep in mind that is not altered but amplified. Second thing, she visited the dentist and they told her that she has gingivitis. Now, let's not celebrate yet because we won't know if this is the culprit until after they've treated it next week, but this is a very likely candidate. Good news is that they've laid out a sort of process of elimination tight plan to get to the bottom of the issue. First it's the teeth and gums, then the sinuses, tonsils, and finally stomach. So although we're not quite there yet, we're on the way to the solve. More updates next week. Final update. All right, guys, got quite a squirrely final update to deliver. I honestly didn't even think I would give it, but I couldn't leave anyone hanging. I feel like we don't even advise anymore. I didn't know we had all these updates. First off, the culprit has been confirmed, gingivitis. Turns out the smell that I was picking up is better classified as rotten eggs and is consistently associated with gum disease. If you don't need a reason to floss, I don't know what you need. The dentist gave her a heavy-duty mouthwash, and within days of using it, the smell is slowly tapered off. Crazy. Now for the squirrely part, I didn't include this in the previous updates, but this whole process has made her very insecure. At first, she seemed to deal with it quite well, but in the days following, she started behaving really badly towards me. Where she was agreeably in the beginning to get checked out, get the issue resolved, later she started to retaliate, blowing off the dentist appointment, refusing to use the mouthwash they gave her, ignoring me, blowing up on me over little things. Long story short, her disrespect got to a point of no return, and our 5-year relationship is actually over. I ended it. I'm really shocked, and I'm sure whoever's reading this is as well. The bright side is she's now dealing with her death breath. The dark side of the situation brought out something in her I didn't know existed. I'll be damned, gingivitis. God. I thought this was gonna be advice. This man just solved the whole problem. He done broke up with her. I don't read these stories by the way. I just see the title. Just so y'all guys know.
I just feel like I was on a fucking roller coaster, dude.
Same.
Like, I got whiplash. I'm like, what do you mean?
I mean, I'm glad
Y'all been together for 5 years, and then suddenly she's stinky, and then you broke up. Like, what? Like, True Colors came out after 5 years? Like,
and gingivitis, someone can't help that. That's like something that happens, and if she's getting it taken care of, what the heck?
yeah, but if she stopped going and she stopped using it, the stinky
Oh, true.
come back. Ugh.
If I find out I had something like that, you better bet your bottom dollar that I'd be doing every routine 10,000 times a day.
Literally, like, I'm just trying to, like, think about, like, I feel like if I was her, I would be upset towards him because I could see where, sorry, I wouldn't. I could see where she is retaliating because she feels like now he's put this problem on her. So now she has a new responsibility of going to the dentist, and it feels like an inconvenience to her life and her schedule, right? That's what I'm assuming, like doctors, visits. She probably thought it was going to be like a quick, easy fix, but obviously not.
Like a shower, something.
Yeah, so I just feel like she doesn't want to accept the truth of the gingivitis, and that's why she's so upset. Um, I can't believe they broke up.
I can't either. That took us on a roller coaster. I did not think that would happen. I was like, okay, this is good advice because he needs advice because his girlfriend like smells. I did not one think it was like gonna be a medical thing because no one can help that, and two, like I'm glad she got it checked out, but at the same time, like they broke up, which I get. Like maybe she was just really insecure after that. I mean, I probably would be if like my man was like, you're repulsive, you smell so bad, I cannot. But then like once I found out it was like, oh, it's gingivitis, like, oh, that makes sense, it's not me.
I would hate, like, if he didn't tell me. If Sawyer never told me, like, oh, by the way, like, you have the worst breath in the freaking planet, and like I've talked to all these people, I've went to like work conferences, I've met up with client, like I would just jump off a cliff.
Same. You want to have someone, like, if your husband or a significant other can't tell you, hey, something's not right, like who's gonna tell you?
Exactly.
Who is gonna tell you? It's literally so funny because me and my husband were just talking about like, it was because I told him the title of this. I don't read these before because I like to be shocked as well. But I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, what if like I smell bad or something? And he was like, I would tell you. He's like, I've told you before, because he is like, one time you smell bad because you put this nasty stuff in your hair, and then I put on one of those like hair like like a shower cap thing and it all set in there. And he's like, I've told you before. And I was like, that, yeah, like you tell your significant other, but you don't be mean. Like, oh, that's not something you can help. You put a freaking nasty mask in your hair that
Exactly.
smells like mud. Like, that's not your fault. And the gingivitis also is not her fault. Even if, like, your person doesn't shower and they need, like, um,
But I'm like 3
to
feet away from gingivitis. She smelled that bad? No.
that to me, I'm like, I don't know about gingivitis. I think that's actually dangerous to have. Like, I'm pretty sure when you go to the dentist, like it's like a huge thing, like that they say on the walls, like
Yeah.
floss
Yeah.
or you get gingivitis, it could be bad for your health.
Hmm.
But 3 feet away, how do you? Maybe it's because of his medicine.
Well, I know like gingivitis can get. I'm not going to say this. I'm not a medical professional. I'll talk to you about it after the podcast and then we can confirm if I'm right or not. Um, I just know gingivitis can have different repercussions, like you said, like for health complications. So
Yeah, it's not good. So it's definitely good for her to continue, like despite the
for
insecurities, like
sure.
that could be a medical situation.
Yeah.
But again, like I understand his take on like he had to tell her, because as you should, there also could be a way to go about it. If you know it's something she can't immediately fix, like, oh, like my husband with the hair mask, obviously he didn't upset me because I'm like, well, yeah, this hair mask, I never put it on my hair again. Let's just say that. But like if it's something that you don't know if they can help, like the gingivitis, don't be mean. Do not be mean.
Definitely
Point of
agree.
that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to hit my mic again.
And you did it again.
My bad. Also, your mic is doing that pop thing.
You're lying.
Stop getting close to it. That's why it's doing it. I think the blue. Are your headphones Bluetooth? I
Yeah.
bet that's why it's doing it. Talk from right there.
Can you hear me from this far?
Oh, it's still doing it. Try to leave and come back real quick.
Okay.
I don't know if you
I
guys.
almost hit stop. That would have
Oh,
been bad.
I don't know if you guys can hear the popping or not. Let us know in the chat if you're listening, if you can hear the pop sound from Shay's end. If not, maybe it's just me. I don't know. But I want to confirm this because I want to make sure I'm not big tripping. Um, that story that Shay just read was crazy. Like, I felt like I was on a freaking roller coaster. I know I already said that. Oh, okay. Thanks, Kenny. I appreciate it. I know I already said that, but what a crazy story. Like, actually. Hey, Kenny says she can't
Hey,
hear the
how is
popping.
it?
Oh, say something.
Okay. Can you? Hello, dog. Fox ran over the brown, jumped over the bear, ran over the frog.
You're good. All right. You ready for this next one?
Yes.
Okay. Rental car broke down, stranded in the desert for 8 hours, still stuck next morning. Hi, wondering WTF to do in our current situation. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out. Day 1, all fine. We drove to Vegas to our Airbnb, 1.5 hours away. Day 2, plan was to drive the car from our Airbnb around Death Valley National Park. At 2 p.m., we were 1.5 hours away from our Airbnb, and the car was behaving weirdly for roughly 5 minutes. Then the brake system failed, maintenance lights went on, the car dash was telling us to stop the car, etc. We were pulled over on a fast 2-lane road in 100 Fahrenheit, and we only had one phone with one bar. We were very luckily able to call Turo roadside assistance, who offered no help but told us to contact the host, which we did. At this point, we knew we couldn't stay where we were, so we literally drove the car with almost no brakes 2 miles until we found an inn. It is a miracle we were near anything at all. At the inn, we got a hold of Turo roadside assistance and the host again, and they said that they would send a tow in 2 hours. At this point, our plan was to get towed 3 hours back to Vegas, and then once in Vegas, swap Turo cars. then drive 1.5 hours back to our Airbnb to sleep the night. As the day went on, this became less feasible. 2 hours go by and the tow's ETA is still 2 hours away, which would be 7 p.m. We have been on the phone with Turo and the dispatchers for 4 hours, trying to figure out how to get to our Airbnb, which is 40 miles off the route from our original location to the tow's drop off point. The gist of the issue is basically the tow driver couldn't do anything. Dispatcher says they can. Dispatcher can't do anything unless insurance says they can. Insurance can't do anything unless Turo says they can. Turo can't do anything unless the tow driver says they can.
Oh,
So,
driver.
I know, right? So we just went in circles helplessly trying to explain the situation. I would have been fucking livid. Livid. I would have been like, who? Ugh. The
Not in no
solution.
100-degree heat.
I know. Man, me and you would have been fighting. We would have been boom, 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 boom. The only solution Turo could offer was an Uber voucher, but we were 120 miles into the desert, literally 3 hours one way from the nearest Uber. Additionally, our Uber is 90 miles from the nearest Uber. No Uber was going to come out here, and if we made it back to Vegas, no Uber would likely take us back to our Airbnb. Time goes on. It is 7 p.m., and the tow driver's ETA is still 2 hours out. We are getting desperate at this point. Even if we go back to the tow to Vegas, swap cars, if Turo would even help us with that, then drove to the Airbnb, we would still get back to the Airbnb at 2 a.m. if we were lucky. As a last resort, we contacted Airbnb host to fill him in. The host offered to drive 1.5 hours to get us and somehow help us figure out how to get back from the Airbnb to Vegas the next day. But then the tow driver agreed if dispatch gave him the go ahead, he would let us stop at our Airbnb. Turo says yes, we gave him the go ahead. So we told Airbnb host never mind, we got it resolved. Then the tow driver said that Turo never gave him the go ahead, so he cannot stop at our Airbnb to pick up our stuff. So we apologized to the Airbnb host and ask him if he can still come. And he agrees. Bless this heart, dude. Fast forward, it is now 10 p.m. The tow driver arrives 6 hours after the original ETA and says Turo never gave him the green light and wishes he could have helped us. Simultaneously, the Airbnb host pulls up and we go with him back to the Airbnb. We get to the Airbnb at 11:30 p.m. Day 3. So now, as I write this, we are safe with our belongings in our Airbnb. We're able to sleep here, and we were able to somehow find a ride 90 miles back to Vegas. We are going to try an Uber, and if not, the host will take us. It would almost be 4 hours of road trip for him. My question is, what the fuck? What would anyone else do in the situation? Turo says they could only offer an Uber voucher, but we need to compensate for the Airbnb host for his 3-hour trip to us last night and potentially 4-hour trip to get us to Vegas today because Turo's roadside assistance incompetence and inability to do anything to help us out. Yes, we can try to get a voucher from Turo, but the likelihood of an Uber driving 90 miles one way to pick us up is so unlikely. We feel like our entire trip was ruined.
Stop. You're robotic.
Okay.
Sorry. Oh, I was like, hang on, I can hear her. I don't know if she is a robot for anyone else.
Hello.
Hey, sorry. I felt bad. I was like, wait, I can't hear a thing.
You're good. Let me find where I was at. Hold on. Yes, we can try to get a voucher from Turo, but the likelihood of an Uber driving 90 miles one way to pick us up is so unlikely. We also feel like our entire trip has been ruined because of Turo and the situation. We paid a lot in flights, Airbnb, and we spent 80% of our trip problem solving. It is also a miracle the brakes went out when they did, and we are alive and not in a car crash nor dehydrated and sunburnt on the side of the desert highway. Please help.
Clearly never used Turo. Never.
Girl, what a roller coaster. I thought the last story was a roller coaster. Yeah.
Yeah. Clearly this episode needed to be named Roller Coaster Stories instead of Advice.
Roller coaster tycoon.
Yeah, literally. No, Turo, no, never use them for one. If you leave me straight out in a desert in 100-degree heat, you won't even know what wrath has been taken upon you. You understand
Especially
me?
if it was me and you, done.
You know
No
that company
surviving.
we'd be suing somehow.
We're
I'll be on the
drafting
phone
up
with
the
a lawyer.
papers in the parking lot.
Yeah, we are. I wait. You better every time you take a little bit longer to figure out what you're doing. That's the more I get to write. It's been this legal paperwork, okay?
Chey
No.
has like college, almost college degree. I have good writing skills. Put us together, man. It's a dangerous combo. And
Yeah,
AI.
put us together. The heat.
Yeah. You cut out. You cut out. You cut out. I can't hear you. You like laughed and then it was like nothing after that. That was so funny.
So heated
okay, there you are.
that about being hot that I like took my mic out. No. Turo needs to do something more. A voucher, that's not enough.
Yeah,
That is not
sorry.
enough.
An Uber voucher, bit. Come on.
No.
You're gonna let me borrow a free car. You're gonna compensate me for like 25%, like something. Give me something. Don't just be like, oopsie, here's an Uber voucher.
No, you're giving me a whole
voucher.
free vacation.
Exactly. Like, it would have been different. Like, you guys have roadside assistance. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just messed up. And like, you're telling me a Turo roadside assistance helper that is connected with this company is not able to come pick you guys up because they didn't authorize you. It just felt messy. Messy AF.
Yeah, I was trying to look at what Turo was. I guess it's car rental.
It's like Toro. Toro, I think is how it's spelled.
Yeah, it's like car rentals.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically what Toro is, like say if like you loaned your car, you're loaning your car for people to rent. To use. Yeah. So it's not like Uber or like a rental, like rent a car. It's actually owned by you. So that's why they said they tried to contact like the original person.
No, I'd be going Enterprise. I'd be going anywhere but I do use Enterprise whenever I no
Enterprise.
sponsorship.
But like here's my question is like why did the Turo person never get back to them? Like I would have been like worried about my car. Like what do you mean my brakes failed? Like that could have been like a literally lawsuit.
Yep. And it would be if it was me.
Lawsuit. So brakes failed and you're telling me that I don't know. I'd look into it if I was them.
Yeah. 1,000%. Get you a lawyer. Get your compensation.
I will be right back if you want to prep for the next story.
Okay. Prep. We're not supposed to go red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. We used to have to do that in speech class, like prep for our speeches. Betty Butter bought some butter, but says she this butter is bitter. If I put in my batter, I make my batter better. Bitter batter butter, bitter batter butter, bitter batter butter. This is me going insane. Oh Lord, Jill shouldn't have left me alone. Yeah. We're gonna do the Sharpay Evan. I hope Jill can hear this. Just, if you ever High School Musical. Okay. Y'all don't know. Y'all probably do know, actually. Yeah. Ten out of 10. No, I wouldn't be using Turo again. I'm serious. Like, I wouldn't use them if that ever happened to me. And now I don't want to use them. And I know it's not the person like that had the car's fault, but that's crazy. Like the customer service. No way. No way. It'd be me. Yeah. You guys are on right now. You're listening. Or if you're watching, you still haven't
Ah,
subscribed. Ah! Jill! The,
I didn't think you were actually gonna
the
scream.
headphone users. I did not know you were gonna do that.
I didn't think you're actually gonna scream that loud.
Jump scare. You actually scared the crap out of me. I the unexpected because your cam didn't come on or anything. I'm
Yeah, that's
so
why I did
sorry.
it. It was planned.
Okay. I was telling them they better subscribe, but now they better for sure because I almost lost my existence because you scare me so bad.
Yeah, but you probably just made them evaporate because you screamed.
Well, they should evaporate right over onto the subscribe button and click it.
That's so funny.
I'm so loud, I heard myself echo. Ah, 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 ah. Okay.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
You have 5 stories, right?
Yeah. Can you tell that we talked about it before the podcast, y'all?
We usually have 5, but I just want to make sure. Okay, I'm putting this on my last one because I'm excited about it. Okay, this is my next one. Okay. Old friend, 32 female, reached out after 2 years of silence to invite me to her wedding. Hi everyone, I'm looking for some outside perspective because I'm emotionally involved and not sure if I'm being unfair or just protecting myself. I, 32 female, had a friendship with Jess, 32 female, since 2017. Over time, that friendship started to feel increasingly one sided. I was always present for her problems, emotional struggles, and life events, but when it came time to my own achievements or good things happening in my life, I often felt a lack of genuine happiness or support from her. There was a subtle but constant sense of comparison and insecurity on her side. For example, she seemed to value being in a relationship or following a more traditional life path, marriage, etc., and I often felt looked down upon for being single and focused on my own personal and professional growth. For example, she didn't invite me to some outings with other couples because I was single and made her feel uncomfortable. I then started dating for a while, but eventually left that relationship. When I was talking to her about feeling better now that it was over, she said, "You say that because you didn't need it. The money because that my ex was wealthy." She put down a sugar daddy. Sorry. Okay. I then passed my bar exam and opened my own firm as a lawyer. Okay, girl, she a girl
Damn.
boss. She kept talking about how she would never be able to live like I do, that my job was too unstable, and she, as glad as she had a contract and worked for someone else, so she could always count with that money at the end of the month. She then proceeded to say, "You don't have that many clients, do you?" As if trying to make herself feel better by convincing herself I wasn't doing well. Those comments she kept making weren't overtly cruel, but they made me feel small, uncomfortable, and hesitant to share my good news. Over time, I realized I was shrinking myself around her to keep the peace. The worst part was when I bought an apartment, and when I shared the great news with her, she didn't take it well. She seemed upset and said that she would never leave her parents' house to live in an apartment and that she would build her own house in her own terms, but would never live in an apartment. I tried to show her some pictures, but she wasn't interested in even looking at them. She just changed the subject and ignored my achievement. She distanced herself after that, but then came back to tell me she was going to build a house with her new boyfriend. Around 2 years ago, I slowly distanced myself. There was no fight. I just stopped initiating contact because I felt emotionally drained. During those 2 years, she never checked in, never asked how I was, and never reached out in any meaningful way. She just proceeded to continue to hang out with the rest of our friend group without me and stopped inviting me. Recently, completely out of the blue, she messaged me saying she hoped my distance wasn't due to something she had done, that she understands friendships fade, and that she's getting married and wanted to invite me because she wouldn't feel right not doing so. Yeah, literally. What hurt me most wasn't the wedding itself, but the fact that there was no real interest in my life after 2 years of silence. The message felt centered on her milestone, not on rebuilding a connection, and it felt like I was being contacted when it suddenly suited her again. I don't believe she's malicious. I think a lot of her behavior comes from insecurity and a lack of self awareness, but the cumulative effect on their friendship genuinely hurt me and affected my self esteem. I haven't replied yet. Part of me feels guilty for not responding at all and worries I'm being too harsh. Another part of me feels that responding would mean, once again, putting my own emotional comfort aside to accommodate someone who didn't do the same for me. So my question is, would you respond at all in this situation? Honestly, I don't even want to respond to her message, but I don't want to be cruel either. But at the same time, I'm tired of shrinking myself to make her feel better about herself. I'd really appreciate some impartial advice. Thank you for reading.
There's moments where um Cray Cray we were talking about has reached out to me. And there was moments I didn't respond. And I think about a year ago she reached out to me and I responded a little bit. Um but that was more of like a I'm okay with this friendship being over and I just want to like, this is it, Like
Yeah.
you've matured, I've matured. We're here where we're at. I hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
Um she apologized for a lot of the stuff. And it seems like this girl has zero clue of the ownership. And I can see where this OP is coming from about the friend of, I don't think it's malicious because it doesn't sound malicious. Maybe it's just like really unaware. And honestly, it's really hard to pop that bubble to someone. They just have to really figure out themselves, like they just,
Yeah.
if you tell them it's just like delusional denial, like they'll just like find a reason to back it up, stuff like that. Um, in this situation, you could either do either or. Like you could not respond, or you could just say, "Hey, like, you haven't reached out to me in 2 years, and this is partially what." No, I'd say you haven't reached out to me in 2 years, and I appreciate you trying to invite me to your wedding, but I haven't been a part of your life for that chunk of time that is special. So, I mean, because when you invite people to a wedding, you want to invite like your close people. Like you're not inviting just like random ass stranger. Like to me, 2 years is a long time not to talk to someone, right? Like a lot of
Yeah.
things have changed. Everyone I invited to my wedding, I've talked I talked to constantly. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just kind of like flabbergasted. Like, why do people do that? That's a concept I've never understood.
Some people I've noticed, like, I thankfully don't know any, but like I've noticed through Reddits and just seeing other people through life or like on, shows like Yes to the Dress and stuff. Like I feel like some people have weddings for a popularity contest, literally to show up other people. How grand can my wedding be compared to your wedding? And how many people can I impress with my wedding? Like some of these people don't even care about their significant other. Like, and I'm talking, it's mostly brides. I'm not even going to be that like I'm sure there are some groom, like, the males out there, but it's mostly the girls that are like, oh, I have to have this $1 million wedding because I have to outdo Sarah's and mine has to be the best. And I'm inviting everyone to show how well I did. And like I feel like it's like a pissing contest. Like now some people might want to have a big wedding just because that's their dream. And that's okay. Like they dreamed that ever since they were a little kid, but some people also like the more intimate wedding. And so I feel like this person, based on what the OP has said, I feel like the only reason she's inviting her at this point is to show off.
I was okay. I was thinking the exact same thing. I was like, I feel like honestly, she's trying to say like, "Hey, OP, like this is where my life is now without you."
Yeah. Yeah. These are all my new friends. This is my new husband or fiance. This is all the things that I have great without you. And this is how amazing my life is. Because it always seemed like it was that type of competition. Like she could
Yeah.
never be happy for her friend. She always had a one upper or say or put down, oh, I would never live in an apartment. Okay, girl. I'm in the penthouse looking over the city. I don't give a crap where you would live. But even if she wasn't, like don't diss something like that. You should be proud of your friend for having an apartment, for getting something. Like that's so rude. And so it literally feels like a competition with this girl and you should not be friends with
Yeah, I was
someone
gonna say
like
this is
that.
a friendship I would not continue to try to work for.
No. No, and I definitely will not be going to her wedding. Period.
Hell no, don't
Sorry,
waste your
unless you want
gas,
to
your
like
time, your outfit. Don't.
no.
Free food.
Nope. Oh yeah, I was like unless you want to like just go there and be like, "Oh, how well I'm doing." But don't stoop down to that stupid level. She's
Yeah.
going to be miserable. with her own self, and that's her own insecurities. That's not because of you. That's who she is as
100%.
a person.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Crazy. All right. I'm starting to fall asleep over here.
Don't fall asleep.
Okay. This last one for me. Were you done with that? I guess I should have asked. Sorry.
No, yeah, I'm good.
Okay. A mutual friend of mine is going around hunting down my old accounts, both new and old. Am I being hello? And I'm being told I'm overreacting. Am I? Sorry, let me move that. Okay. So as the title says, a mutual friend who I met through my friend's Minecraft server, heck yeah. This is like a video game episode tonight. Is now going through the internet looking for my accounts, including some of the ones I don't even use anymore. For some context, in the group, there's a handful of us who are mostly online friends only. There are about only 4 of us, including me, being from the same town and knowing each other IRL. This does not include the person I'm talking about. The main problem lies in the fact that she's done this now a handful of times, and that I'm aware, despite the fact each time I had said no to giving her my account, but also after I told her I do not want her to just randomly going around and following my accounts. So far, she has found my dead Twitter account, a Twitter account I made back in 2012, my Pinterest accounts, there are 3, and she found all of them, my Instagram, and my TikTok. She also found my town name because other mutual friends told her, which only creeps me out even more as she's made comments about ways to get IPs before through links and recently started sending links in our private chats over and just downloading it and sharing it to me. I'm not even telling her about these accounts. She herself is going into these spaces and looking me up, going through my friends' followings, and going around and looking up stuff I'm into to see if she can find me. I've tried calling her out, but each time she tells me, "I'm sorry, I was just bored." And everyone else says I'm overreaching because she's just a kid. She's 17, fixing to turn 18, by the way. But I also feel like this is getting to a point of being creepy or even stalking, since I was told last night she actually watches for when I come online. Not that she just sits there and checks every now and then. No, she has my profile up waiting while she does other stuff. I always thought it was a coincidence. I've tried talking about this with one of our friends, but all I've been told is just weird she's doing that. It's not creepy and I'm overreacting. That everyone in the group knows which town I'm from because 3 people in the group are there from there also. I feel like this is different though because they don't have someone watching their every move online. I don't know what to do. I'm worried and I'm overthinking this, but at the same time, I'm not okay with what's happening.
Wow. Yeah, at first I was a little confused, and I remembered you said Minecraft server, so they don't know each other in real life. That's what I've gathered. That is stalker level crazy. I'm so sorry. What on this earth would make you go, especially after someone said, "Hey, I'm uncomfortable with that."
So
Like, I get being
miserable.
curious. Yeah, I get being curious and like go in agent mode. But when someone says, "Hey, I'm uncomfortable," that's when you're like, "Oh, my bad." You know, like, but I wouldn't even do that. Like, what are you doing that for? Why are you searching up your friend? What is there to look up that you can't simply ask?
Why do you have the profile up and wait for them to come online?
Yeah, that is creepy. I mean, I get like you're waiting for your friend to come online, but that
What
is
if I had a
stalker
what if I had a
level.
different screen dedicated for like every time you came online on Discord? That's so weird.
That would be creepy. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't know. Like, what do you mean you found my Pinterest account? Like, if you found my Pinterest account, I'd be scared because I don't have anybody that follows me through my Pinterest account. Like, dead Twitter? Like, how'd you find my dead Twitter? Like, I don't know.
Are you finding all that? You're literally deep diving me on the internet so hard. You found things that I probably couldn't even find.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
scary.
Yeah. And the fact that, like, she's saying, like, oh, I can find IPs and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I feel like you can almost just build a case, but her, like, the
Yeah.
friend saying, like, you're overreacting, like, I think is, like, are we all living? Are you in Delulu land right now?
It's because it's not happening to them, but as soon as it did, they would be like, "Oh, that's creepy. Girl, it's happening to me. I'm creeped out. That's scary. Like that is." And how well do you know this person? You know what I mean? How do you know who they actually are? Like that they are who they say they are?
Mm-hmm.
I'm really curious.
I
Anyone
remember
online could pretend to be whoever.
I remember streaming one day and like this guy, he was like, "Hey guys, can I join your like Rainbow Six Siege server?" And I was like, "Sure, why not? Whatever." Joins, talking to us, chill, it's chill. And I forgot how we got on the topic, but he started talking about hacking. He was like, "Yeah, we got some people in this city, and yeah, this city," and I was like, "Whoa."
My gosh.
Yeah, as I'm on live stream, I'm like, "Oh my gosh." Like he's like saying like towns. And I'm like, and then like suddenly we're all like kicked from the game. And I was like, "No." I got off, like we all got off. We were like all freaked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like that shit is no
That's
joke. Like people
scary.
do not play. Like it is scary indeed. So it is a real thing. Please be cognizant. Please take notes. I would even like just document it on a Google Doc. So if you need to print it out, give it to the police. Um, where like if you have messages where she's admitted that information, like all like I would go through your Discord messages. I'm assuming you use Discord, I don't know. I would go through your messages and just like check and see like what she has said that she's like omitted to that could be used to report, because that is like a form of stalking. You're finding all of my accounts. I've explicitly asked you not to do that. You're finding out where I live. You're joking about getting IPs. Like it's just no. No.
No. Too scary. And again, like practice safety online. If you like how do you I'm just curious if like she's actually seen this person like on a
Oh,
you know,
true. Yeah, we don't even know how old she is.
video
Okay,
or
so there's this. You remember Small Worlds?
yeah.
They like revamped it and like a different platform. And there was this girl. She was like, she's been on the game for a long time, and she was like 27 or maybe older. I can't remember how old she was. I don't know. She was older, or maybe it was 31, not 27. I think she was 31. She's 31 playing this game and trying to like
You
talk to
saying that's
her
old?
older, older
I'm fucking with you.
comparatively to who was all playing, right? Like,
I'm watching
I'm
you.
sorry.
I got you. Call me old.
Okay, so comparatively to all of us playing Small Worlds, right? Like, it's just a big difference. Ah,
Yeah, I
broken
was
mic.
messing with you.
I know. Um, but she's like talking to like 20 year olds. Like, it was just weird. Um, I totally forgot where I was going with this.
I'm
Uh,
sorry I fucked you up.
no, you're good. You're good. She was just like, you just it was sketchy, just sketchy, like lying about age, lying about like personality, like name, like just perpetual liar. Like I've met several people on that game that were like perpetual liars. Yeah. And
Yeah.
like you just really have to watch out for that stuff, because this person is giving like perpetual liar.
Yeah. Yeah, it really like practice that internet safety. Don't forget that catfish existed, and all honestly, like catfish taught us a lot. And it's not just about relationships. Like literally, anyone could say they are whoever online. I could say that I'm like a 50-year-old man, and I'm literally sitting here. I'm not, but like, how do you know that you don't know? Or a 50-year-old man could be saying, "I'm a 16-year-old girl." You do not know who's behind a camera, and them having that information, you need to go to the police. I'm serious. That's scary. And them trying to find your IP and stuff, that's stalker level. That's a restraining order. No.
100%. Yeah.
Take that shit seriously. People have died. I've literally watched crime shows where people have died because of stuff like that. And
Yeah.
it's not anything to take lightly when
Yeah.
people are being that crazy.
Internet safety,
Even if it is a
practice it.
16-year-old. Yeah, even if it is a 16-year-old girl and she's doing this, or however old it said, 17, I can't remember.
17, almost
Um,
18.
stuff they could still those they could still be crazy. You do not know those people have killed at that age. People have stalked at that age. Still take it
Remember the
seriously.
Slenderman story?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It had happened. So please take it seriously. Take internet safety seriously. It's fun to get on, talk with your friends, but it's not fun when they start talking about your IP address and looking up all your old accounts and trying to figure out where you've lived and stuff like. No, that's creepy. You're being creepy.
Yep, exactly what Chey said. You hit it right on the nail.
Mm-mm. Nope. All right, you ready for this last one if you're done?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I think this is okay. I haven't read it all, but I think this is going to be kind of funny because you'll see. Okay. My friend started a podcast and now wants me as a guest, but it's genuinely terrible.
Is this
Is
about
this
us?
play about us? Oh
What's
my
the
gosh.
username? Let's see.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you ready though?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't read the whole thing, so it may be stupid. My friend launched a podcast 2 months ago and has been asking me to be a guest. I finally listened to a few episodes and it's bad. Really bad. The audio quality is terrible. He records on his phone with no mic, so you can hear everything: his roommate, traffic, his dog barking. The episodes are 90 minutes of rambling with no structure or editing. He goes on tangents that have nothing to do with the topic. His questions are surface level and he interrupts guests constantly.
No.
Now he's been texting me weekly asking when I can come on. He's told mutual friends I'm going to be a guest. He's excited about it. If I go on, I'm essentially endorsing it. People who know me will listen because of me and then wonder why I participated in something this low quality. But if I decline, I'm the unsupportive friend who won't help with his passion project. And this is fun. This is funny. I was playing Terraria. You
If
called
you know, you
me.
know.
She called me Terraria. Okay, yeah, if you know,
That's
you
true.
know. On my laptop yesterday and saw he tagged me in a post saying, "Can't wait to have this guy on the show." Now there's a public pressure too. How do you tell someone their creative project isn't good without destroying the friendship? Do I just suck it up and do the episode? Do I make excuses forever? Do I be honest and risk him never speaking to me again? I want to support him, but I don't want to attach my name to something that's objectively not ready for an audience. Has anyone successfully navigated this kind of situation? I thought this would be really interesting for us to do because we're a podcast.
So I'm so torn because I'm like, are you like famous? Like, are you like
Right?
a
Like an
hundred
influencer
million
or something?
followers on YouTube and people like will find this and I or you just I don't know. So from a 100 milli YouTube perspective, I get it. From
Yeah.
a not 100 milli YouTube perspective, I don't get it because this is a creative project this person is doing. Man, I'm so torn. This is a creative project someone is doing and you want to support them. You also want to encourage them for better. So like okay, for example, when me and Schaefer started, I used the headphone on my head and I don't remember what you used. It was before the
I
Yeti.
think it's my phone.
Yeah, there was something else that you used. Um, Me and Shay recorded like I think you're right actually. We recorded like I think more than 5 episodes or 6 episodes. I can't remember. We recorded a good amount of episodes like the first ones. If y'all go back and listen, you'll be able to tell the mic quality is vastly different. So I
Yeah.
sent it to multiple of my friends. Multiple of my friends. I was like straight up, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Like I need to know. They're like mic quality, mic quality. I can't listen to it. Mic quality. I was like, okay, fine, fine. I hear you guys. So me and Shay went out and both bought the same mic. Um, so the feedback is really important because your friend won't know until like to succeed he needs criticism. And if he's
Yeah.
not willing to take that criticism, like why would you lie to him? It's kind of hard. Like, you don't want to lie to your friend. So, sorry, I'm just thinking, like, the criticism is good. The criticism is important to give. The deliverance is important. Don't say, oh, hey, I can't be a part of your podcast because I have 100 milli followers and this is going to tank my clout. Don't fucking say
Yeah.
that. Say, hey, I've listened to 10 episodes of your podcast. I want to give you some structured advice, a way that I think would improve your quality and your podcast etiquette. Period.
Yeah.
Well, da da da, you've never done a podcast before, da da da. Okay, well, sorry. Like, I try to give you advice. I'm kind of nervous about participating. You interrupt people a lot. The quality is bad. I tried to be kind about it, and now I'm unkind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, long answer.
Hey, we needed it. As yeah, I thought it'd be good for us because as a podcast, I mean, obviously when you're first starting out, like it's a project for us. It's a passion. I can't say that. I get tongue twisted.
Passion project.
These braces ain't meant for no
No,
PP
they're
stuff.
not.
I'm out. I'm out of here. I gotta go. What I meant was the peas that's not rolling off the tongue. His braces they block. Okay, I'm shut up. I'm so sorry. Your face.
I'm trying to hold it together, but I can't. That shit was so funny. Holy fuck. That was awesome. I can't hear you now. Guys, I'm so sorry.
That's gotta go on TikTok.
Oh my gosh, I have tears coming from my eyes.
I was trying to say the double P. Like I can't. It's a passion project. Okay, you know what it was like. You know what the braces life was like.
It was so funny. I'm just so. Oh my god, that was awesome.
You know what I meant. My cheeks are red now.
I know exactly what you meant.
Okay, the passion. It's a passion project for a lot of us, right? But like, not all of us start out with the best quality. We're not freaking call her dad. I don't know. I was trying to think of like a podcast or like I don't know who the famous podcasters are.
And they had to start. They had to start at the bottom too. It's not like they were
Yeah.
just 100%, um, like rod road, like RODE. They don't have like all the highest like like music equipment is most what's like recommended, right? So like me and Chey, like at some point we'll invest in better webcams. Like it's just like slowly we will upgrade, and slowly like we will get a different mic. You know, like where hers doesn't cut out every fucking episode. Sorry.
It's because my cord, yeah. I kink my cords. I have a problem. We have the same mic, but you know.
Do you roll your mic like on a like? Does your cord drag on the floor?
No, it's up here, but your mic is like upside down where my mic is.
I see. I see. Gotcha. Gotcha. So my cord's up here, so it's out of my way. But you hit it. You're you're gone now. It's sensitive, dude. Oopsie. We lost Shay forever in the ether. To the PP.
Oh my gosh! No.
You screamed and then you cut out. Now you're gone again. Two hours later. Hakshu me. Hakshu me.
Okay, this is
Okay,
what
you're
I
back.
exactly mean. Okay, I will be getting a better mic cord. I like this mic a lot, actually.
I think it's great. We spent like $120 each. I think it was a really great investment. I would even just like I would link him. Honestly, like link him to stuff, be like, hey, like I think this is a good starter set for a podcast. This is what I would recommend. Put up some soundboards around you. Um please be cognizant, like maybe look at some editing software, like I can hear trains, cars, dogs, things like that. Like that's very interruptive to user-friendly headphones. It's very interruptive to the story immersion, to
Yeah.
understanding a concept. Um it kind of breaks the energy of the podcast. So I would just talk to him about like podcast podcast flow etiquette. Bleh.
Yeah. And like like if he needs to structure his stuff better, then like, tell him that. Say, hey, like I think you have a good thing going, but like even Jill and I go off on tangents, but we know how to rein it back in and like continue on to what the episode's supposed to be like. And it's normal to go on tangents during a podcast. That's what a lot
It
of people do
happens.
on podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And especially, it depends on what podcast you are. Like me and Jill, we're like your besties. We're going to have fun and yap. That's the whole point of Midnight Talks. We're not a serious podcast. If you're listening to us to be a serious podcast, you're in the wrong area. Go listen to Dr. Phil or something. I don't know. I don't know if he has a podcast, but he probably does. But we're here to like have fun and have bestie talks. But like, whatever type of podcast he wants, if he's trying to do like stuff like that or true crime or I don't know what he's doing. But like help him. Help him say you need to structure and I think you're doing good. But you're just starting out. When you're just starting out, you're not gonna have all the best equipment. You're not gonna know everything to do. I'm sure if you go back and listen to some of Jill and I's podcast in the beginning, we didn't have the best structure. I'm sure 2 years from now we'll look back at this exact episode and say, "Man, we really didn't have it great." And we're like, "Oh yeah, back then, like in 2026, like it was so bad." But like now, like we have the cool studio and all the high tech stuff. You just grow. You can't grow overnight, and obviously it takes like a fan base to get you there as well. Like we'll always credit our fans. He just needs the same type of participation, and you're his friend. Again, if you're like some million subs YouTuber or something where you're so famous that you're scared your reputation's gonna tank, if you're that big, then help him. Help him figure out a flow. Help him figure out the right equipment he could get. Like help him with your own, you know what I mean? Like Jill said.
Yeah, like
But if you're
obviously
like,
he's the right person to come for advice.
yeah, exactly. And if you're just worried about your 5 friends at school, I mean that's you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Oh,
Maybe
my
you being on the podcast
reputation.
would help them.
Yeah, like what
Yeah.
reputation are we talking about? Like do you have a band that you got 500,000 people that you perform to? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, again, everyone started somewhere. Every big YouTuber, every musician, every podcaster, they all started from the bottom. Now we hear. Okay. So trust in that. If that's your friend, trust in his vision because you never know where he will be in like
Actually
5
true.
years.
Yeah, because he could be big. He could be at a milli like where you are at.
Yep. Where you apparently
A
are
milli,
because
a
that's what you
milli, a
acting like.
milli.
A milli. But yeah, just support your friend. And if their podcast is bad, don't hesitate to tell them, but tell them in a way where, give them pointers like, hey, your mic quality is bad. Your audio is bad. Cool. We can fix that. We can get new mics eventually. We may not be able to afford it right this second, but I promise you we'll get them. I promise. That's
Exactly.
it.
100%.
100%. Yeah, I like that one.
I like these stories, these advices we did because it wasn't just like the regular like relationship advice. It wasn't like my boyfriend did this, my girlfriend did this.
Yeah.
It was like all kinds of different worldly things that people go through that you're like, what the heck is Toro? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like different stuff like that. Like W Uber driver. I meant to say that about that story. Sorry.
Yes.
I mean, not Uber.
Yes.
Airbnb host.
Airbnb the host.
That
Yeah,
guy
the
needs
Airbnb
like a 10 out
host.
of 10. Like diamond dealer, whatever he is.
Diamond dealer. Is
No,
he on? I don't know. Yeah, he deserves the diamond status on the Airbnb.
he does. He needs like I feel like a diamond is better than a gold star. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're like diamond because I've rented.
Bro needs the
Here we go on the
WWE
tangent.
championship belt. I don't know.
Here we go on the tangent. Like that guy would not like on our podcast.
I know, right?
I'm messing.
Yeah. No, I think it's just he's bothered by the interruptions, which is valid. Like, me and you will apologize, or like there's like a delay. It's never like actually trying to interrupt each other. But when you're like interrupting your guests, it's like, come on,
Yeah.
pal. Like, that's kind of obnoxious.
Yeah, sometimes you can't help it because of audio delays, which could truly be his problem and he doesn't realize it because we've had that issue.
Hmm.
But if he's doing it on purpose and he's like live with them, like they're sitting in the same room, he ain't got no excuse.
Exactly. So yeah, I think just sitting down having a conversation, and if he's not receptive, then like don't go on there. Say, hey, sorry, like you didn't take any of my advice. You're not willing. Like, listen, I'll do this episode with you right now. I know I'm understanding your predicament. Like, you can't afford a new mic, yada yada. If he starts getting antsy and disrespectful, I would just be like, hey, sorry, I can't do this podcast with you. Sorry, peace out,
Yeah.
bye.
Maybe podcasting isn't for you,
Yeah,
bestie. Just joking. Don't run his dreams.
you're
Oh.
welcome.
I like this episode a lot. We love giving advice. Again, I feel like that's a lot of where Midnight Talks even stem from. If you know the lore behind the OG, you know that we used to sit in the car past midnight having all types of talks, advice. That's where we got Midnight Talks. And I feel like advice really brings it all back to the center
It
of
really
Midnight
does.
Talks.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
does. A lot of our stuff was reading stories and just giving advice.
Yeah. And if you guys ever need advice, we do have our social medias down in our link tree in the description box. Don't hesitate to ever send us anything. Even if you want advice off air and you don't want to be put on an episode, we'll still give you advice. We'll still help you with anything that we can, and we'll be here for you. Because, like we've said, we are your best friends. That's what we're here for. We're here for those midnight talks and to talk about things that no one else, might talk about and just try to help you guys. So, yeah, we're here.
Yeah, me and Shay, we love giving you guys advice. We did like our first like actual advice story towards the beginning of our podcast. Someone did come on and share something, and we would just love to do like an
Yeah.
episode where people come on and talk, or we just do like an episode about different advice that you guys want to hear from us. So, check out our Reddit. It's in the description below.
Yeah, definitely. If we ever become like super famous and we do a tour, I literally picture us like on stage and like everyone like it basically a big bestie sleepover in their
Hmm.
little jammies
Hmm.
and like everyone just going around passing the mic asking for like advice or
That is
telling
so
stories. I think it'd be
cute.
cute.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's a dream for now, far
bring your
away, but
stuffy. We'll have a snack bar.
bring your squishies. Don't
Yeah,
forget
yeah.
Neatos. You can give them to me. No, just joking.
Donate me your Neatos.
Donate your Neatos. That's how you gonna get in. Pay with a Neato.
Bring me a Bratsy. I just looking for Jade. Thanks.
Bring me one too, cause I don't get one.
She said
Jill didn't get me one.
it was
I'm
cute.
fucking. I'm messing with you. Please, I'm messing with you.
This episode was
Oh
really
my
it was
goodness.
really good. I feel like we just hit a lot of different like points. It wasn't all the same topics, which I like.
I like that too. I like that we had variety. Do we still have some friendship and relationship? Yeah, but like it was variety and it was things that were not heard of.
Hmm.
So that was cool.
Yeah. Well, thank y'all so much for listening. I'm gonna pass out in like 2 seconds if I stay up any longer. In a positive way.
In a positive
Yeah,
way.
cause sleepy time. But as always, me and Shay love doing this for you guys every Thursday. We record every Thursday live on Twitch between 8 8 p.m. PST, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Sometimes earlier, sometimes later. Just, if you want to see the podcast live on Twitch, just turn on that bell. Go ahead and
Yeah.
follow us on Twitch, because I can never have an accurate time for you, because me and Shay have software issues, all kinds of different stuff. So I won't get into
And
those
we like to
details.
yap before
That is
also.
very true. And then we post every Monday. So if you're looking out for those episodes, please go check those out and comment and give us your feedback.
Yeah, definitely. And subscribe and follow. And don't forget, we're going to be doing that giveaway. And we'll mention more about it on TikTok if you follow us over on our TikTok. Again, go to our link tree. That's where all of our giveaway information will be. We haven't posted it yet, but we definitely will. So get us to that 100 following. But anyways, you guys, we love you guys so much. And thank you so much for listening.
Bye.
Bye.